All right, next up, I'm doing Miami at Chicago. I think Miami is one of the most improved teams after the trade deadline, and I think they're a top three hot team with Tua in there. They're undefeated with Tua in there, and I mean everyone's counting out the Dolphins, but no one realizes that they lost all their games when Tua was hurt. So he's healthy, he's playing. Chicago's defense isn't the best. They just let Dallas score 49. Um, I got Miami in this one, 31-21. Uh, I think Tyreek Hill and Jalen Water are going to have another big day. Uh, Hill's just getting crazy amount of yards, but he has two touchdowns all year. So hopefully he can get it into the end zone this weekend. I think he'll be able to do that against Chicago. Chicago got a little better by adding Chase Claypool, but I mean, I think we all know how good Chase Claypool is. I mean, I think everybody knows he's a little overrated. He had a few games span with Ben Roethlisberger a couple years ago that maybe last year or the year before, I'm not sure, but he had a couple of game span where he did really well, and then ever since he just been dropping passes, no chemistry with the quarterbacks he's been with. Um, I just don't think it's that great of an addition. They lost Roquan Smith, they lost Robert Quinn. I also think Raheem Mostert will have a big day rushing, but I also think that the pass rush won't be attacking them like they normally are, and I think Tua will have all day back in that pocket. When you give him time and he has time to dissect who to go to, uh, they're pretty freaking unstoppable. I like Miami for, I mean, Super Bowl contenders. I don't have them as the favorites, of course. Everyone calm down. But I just think that Miami, their ceiling is higher than most teams in the league. And when Tua has been in there this year, he's been just unstoppable. I don't see a defense being able to stop them unless they're playing a top defense in the league. And they did. They already played Buffalo and they beat them. So, I mean, yeah, I like Miami a lot this year. Chicago, they're rebuilding, but I also think that they're screwing over Justin Fields. I think they're going to stunt his growth, and I think that he's going to end up traded and possibly a messed up quarterback because he just couldn't develop properly in the first few years in the league. I like him as a quarterback. I think he could be very good, but zero offensive line. He got barely a running game. I mean, they got David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert, but come on, the receivers are trash. I just feel bad for the dude. He's a good quarterback, and he gets just crapped on by the Bears. It seems like every other week. The front office of the Chicago Bears is the worst in the league by far. I've seen them tear down their team probably 5 times in the past 10 years. That's insane. Um, but yeah, I like Miami, man. They got a chance at contending for a Super Bowl. I really love that roster, especially after they added Bradley Chubb. That adds another whole element to that team. So, yep, I got Miami 31, Chicago 21.